In today's video, I'm going to be revealing the ultimate crypto portfolio to get rich in 2025. Now, this video is for people who are a bit newer to crypto. If you were just starting off today, this is what I would do and the portfolio that I would build to maximize my gains, but also reduce the amount of risk that I'm taking as well. So with that being said, make sure to like and subscribe, and let's get into the video. So straight away, the first two coins I would start with is Bitcoin and Ethereum, because before you can focus on making money in crypto, you need to make sure that you're not actually losing money, that you're able to preserve your wealth. And Bitcoin and Ethereum being the two largest cryptos is going to do this for you. Now, personally, I do think it's a bit late in the cycle to be buying Bitcoin, as it's currently sitting at over 120k at the time of recording. So I would really be looking at Ethereum, because I think Ethereum is about to have a really big move, and it's currently sitting below its all-time high, around 4,300 at the moment. And I think Ethereum could end this cycle between 15 to 20k per coin, which you'd be looking at a 3 to 4x from here. And being the second biggest crypto, it's going to be a very safe play. You're not going to lose money on Ethereum. And even if you don't sell, Ethereum's a coin that you're going to be safe holding for the next 10 years, because Ethereum is the foundation for DeFi, NFTs, and Web3 innovation. Right now, all of the major institutions are buying Ethereum. They're not buying these other coins. They're not buying meme coins. They're buying Bitcoin and Ethereum, because they're the two products that currently have ETFs on the market. And that's why I'm going to start with them, because you always want to fill up your main bags first before you get into some riskier plays. So next up, I'm going to have layer ones. So layer ones are the base layer for the entire crypto ecosystem. Now, some layer ones that I like and I would be looking at are going to be some of the more higher cap ones like Cardano, Solana, and even Sui. I think these coins still have massive returns left in them, and I think you could get a 5 to 10x depending on which layer one you choose. But these are going to be really safe, and that's going to take up around 20% of my portfolio. Now, the next one I'm going to have is AI and real world assets. Now, these have been two of the hottest narratives this year, and I expect this to continue throughout the end of 2025 and early 2026. So BitTensor Tau straight away is one of the leading AI projects, and it's one of the AI projects that I think is a must-have in any portfolio. As well, I really like Render. So Render is a token that's designed to revolutionize the 3D rendering industry. It leverages the power of blockchain technology. Now, I don't know if you know much about GPUs, but they're actually in a massive shortage at the moment, and all GPU stocks have skyrocketed. And as well, Render has some massive partnerships with Apple and the World Economic Forum as well. Now, those are the two main AI coins that I'd be looking at. You could dabble in some lower cap coins, but I would make sure to have those two as part of your AI section of your portfolio. Now, when it comes to real world assets, Ondo Finance is hands down the leader in this sector. So I would pick up some Ondo. You could pick up some smaller cap ones as well, but you don't really need to, in my opinion. Ondo is hands down the leader in this sector. You could literally just accumulate the three coins I've spoken about now, and you're going to be very well off and very covered for those two narratives going into this bull run. Now, 15%, I'm going to have ISO 20022 coins. Now, this includes coins like XRP, HBAR, Quant, Algorand, XLM, XDC. Now, the reason I've picked these coins is because they're compliant with the ISO 20022 standard, which is a global financial messaging standard that is being adopted by banks, payment systems, and financial institutions worldwide. Now, why does this matter? Well, it creates a common language for financial transactions, making cross-border payments faster, cheaper, and more efficient. And all of these coins have really strong partnerships, and I believe that these coins are going to be some of the best projects. All of these ISO 20022 coins have major partnerships, And I believe that these are the coins that could build our future financial system. I would not sleep on these coins, and that's why I'm allocating 15% of my portfolio to them. Now, at 5%, we've got oracles. Now, this includes Chainlink and PIF. Now, the reason I like oracles is because almost every single crypto project relies on their data feeds for their smart contracts. So almost every single crypto project built on Ethereum, built on Solana, they need Chainlink and PIF's oracles to use. These coins probably have more utility than any other crypto, which is why I think it's a must-have in your portfolio. So you could go 5% just in Chainlink if you wanted, and that's going to be a very safe bet in your portfolio. And I think Chainlink still has at least a 10x from here easily. Now, if you wanted to go a bit more risky, you could go PIF, which is the main oracle that's built on Solana. It is going to be a bit more risky, but it has a lot more potential for upside as its market cap is a lot smaller. And if Solana really heats up again and PIF takes off once again, then PIF could easily do a 20-30x return, potentially even 40, depending how high its market cap goes. And it's just going to get you a lot better returns than Chainlink. But as I said, Chainlink is guaranteed returns, basically, in my opinion, whereas PIF, it is a bit more riskier. Now, the next 5% of the portfolio, I'm going to have gaming, because I do believe it is important to have some exposure to gaming. Now, gaming isn't the area I have the most expertise in, and it's very hard to pick which games are really going to take off in a big way and become popular, which is why I don't want to invest in specific games, but I want to invest in the underlying infrastructure that all gaming will rely on. And that's why the two coins I've got here are going to be Super and Beam, because these are infrastructure plays. So whatever game takes off in crypto, they rely on these coins, which is why I've picked them. And I do believe that when we see a true alt season and a true mania, that gaming is really going to take off in a big way, because it has underperformed quite a lot. But in a true alt season, when everything's just skyrocketing, I think a lot of that hype and attention is going to go into gaming. Now, the last 5% of the portfolio, I'm going to have meme coins, because I know you all want to have meme coins in your portfolio. You want to invest in that shiny new meme that's trending on Twitter. And I don't think there's anything wrong with that, except you have to be aware that you are gambling. And I think gambling is okay with a small percentage of your portfolio, which is why I've only given it a 5% allocation. I think a lot of the higher cap meme coins like Dogecoin, Shiba, Pepe, they have really big communities, and I think they're going to do well and could potentially stick around long term. But when you start going down the list and start investing in these really tiny meme coins, then it's just speculation and gambling. But I do believe as the markets heat up again, as we get this final blow off top, I do believe that memes are going to perform very well, because when retail investors get into crypto, what do they get into? They get into meme coins. How many people have gone to crypto and their first coin they bought was Dogecoin? So that's why I believe in true alt season that meme coins are going to perform very well, but you have to make sure to take your profits and know when to get out. Now, this portfolio that I've built you, it's a very safe portfolio. It's very beginner friendly, and a portfolio like this, as long as you make sure to take profits and you don't hold it all the way down, you're going to make a lot of money. You've filled up your main bags first. You've got your Bitcoin, Ethereum, your layer ones, which are all very safe. Then we start speculating a bit more with some of the AI and real world assets. And we've also got exposure to the payment plays in the ISO 20022 coins. So it's a really balanced portfolio, and it's a really great portfolio for any beginner who's just getting started. So I definitely recommend structuring it like this. Now, in terms of how many coins you want, it really depends on how much money you have to invest, because the more money you have, you can diversify a bit more. But if you're only starting off with a very small amount, I wouldn't buy too many coins. In this portfolio here, I've got 14 coins. Now, I think that's a very reasonable number to get started with. And you've got exposure to all of these different narratives. So whatever narrative really takes off, you're going to have some exposure to that and you're going to reap the benefits. But this is my portfolio for 2025, 2026. If you have any questions, you can book a one-on-one call with me and we can sit down. I can help you manage your portfolio. And if you would not want to know what coins I'm personally invested in, you can actually purchase my top 10 crypto picks for 2025. So these are the coins that I believe are going to be the best performers this bull run. And there are a couple low cap gems on here as well that I don't talk about on YouTube, but I do keep private for people who do purchase that list. So if you would like that one, just click on the link below. I have just dropped the price to $99 from $150. It's going to be for a limited time only before I put the price back up. Then make sure to like and subscribe, and I'll see you guys next time.
Bitcoin, please go to moon. Stop going sideways now. Don't ever say we going down to 1K, but Mr. Novogratz say we have bottomed out, Novogratz is bullish. Bottomed out, don't ever rise is bearish.
Bearish target, 13 time frame.
Novogratz is bullish.
Bitcoin could be at 40,000.
Let us go to moon.